Good morning, lovelies. ZoëTwoDots here, and today we are starting the day with a most bountiful discovery for our little Harvest Festival event in Pokemon GO. Massive shout out to the local lovely who messaged me first thing this morning about this Smoliv, new Pokemon in Pokemon GO, but this may very well be a hundo. Our first catch, Pokédex entry, 100% Smoliv. And let me tell you what, Smoliv is one of the sweetest. I love Smoliv. It is, I would say, maybe my favorite or equal first favorite for the Paldea region in Pokemon. It's so cute, it's so small, it's an olive, like my favorite food on this planet. It's stressed, you know, I resonate with Smoliv. Smoliv is just a little, cute little guy, just trying to get by. Oh, what a sweetie. Okay, wish me luck. If this is a hundo, today we are grinding to get enough candy to max this thing out. I will max out this Smoliv. Oh my God, yes, let's go. First ever Smoliv, and it is a hundo. What do we need to power you up? Okay, the XL candies might be an issue. I will get enough regular candy, maybe not the XLs, to power this Smoliv up as much as I can. Oh my goodness. What a good way to start the day. Additionally, for this event, oh, we've got my Ticket of Treats Part 2 has started. I haven't claimed my Part 1. Oh, there you go. At least you don't have to actually complete the first one. We'll just stack them in order, I guess. I was gonna do that as part of today's video. Okay, and this Ticket of Treats Part 2 is just catching Pokemon. This is optional paid timed research. Again, shout out to the lovelies that won the giveaway. We also have some timed research here to catch and evolve all of the sizes of Pumpkaboo. Okay, there's a task here to evolve. Oh, they really want us to stop waiting and holding on to evolutions. Evolve all the way up to Arboliva, which is Dolliv in the middle there, and then Arboliva as the final. I'm not evolving my hundo, I just want a maxed out little baby. Pumpkaboo will be attracted to mossy lures more frequently. Additional candy, for catching Pumpkaboo, okay, cool. And a bunch of Flabebe as well in the wild. So if we got so lucky as to get one Smoliv, I actually messaged my friend, just ask them to keep an eye out for any hundo Flabebe as well, because that is one that I'm chasing for my hundo regionals collection. And I'm gonna need 3 of them if I want the whole family. A few quick shiny checks on Petilil here. I do have the one shiny, which I do need to evolve actually as well. It's a lucky one from Eileen. So I might do that as well today in the theme of the harvest spirits. I know it's supposed to be like a fall, autumn themed event. It is spring in Australia. Basically summer number 1. So let's go exploring. Let's go check to see if we can find a couple of Pumpkaboo to check, because that's also a beautiful shiny as well. Okie dokie, we've got a couple of new tasks here as well. So catch 15 Pokemon, catch 30 and use 5 berries. I have got no clue what is in these ones, so let's figure it out. I'm gonna try not to spoil it, because I know I could get on Leak Duck and I could look at what the Kiwis, what our New Zealand friends across the ditch have already found. But let's find out through trial and error ourselves. Let me find out that I didn't want to do these tasks. And that I should have been saving other ones. We'll see. I see no way in which bare skin on a hot slide can go wrong. My storage is also absolutely decimated after getting back from South Korea. I've got so many Pokemon that I'm holding on to do just like bulk distance trades with Alan. Speaking of Korea though, massive thank you to the local community. You guys are absolute sweethearts. Like, it's always wild going to a new country, and like, I guess some places I know that I've got people that are there and they like comment on the videos like, oh, I'm massive fan from Germany, massive fan from Texas, that sort of thing. It's like, you know, if you're going to that place, you might see those people, those parts of your community. South Korea, I guess I had no clue how many of you sweet eggies would be there and, you know, be visiting from local areas as well. Oh, 5 berries is Smoliv, easy, okay. And just as always, I'm so grateful that every single person I meet that is part of our community is so sweet. Like, how did we make this happen? I'm genuinely, thank you guys for being you and being sweet, reasonable, balanced human beings. Ooh, not bad. But I also got crazy lucky leaving on my last day in South Korea. I met up with a couple of gaming, Yaya and Izo. Again, please be sure to check out their Twitch streams. We were trying to figure out this bit of special research. It was like a paid special research that I'll maybe cover in like a short video. To kind of extend the city safari, or if you missed the city safari, you could go and spin the EV Pokestops in Seoul and get, you know, a bunch of these encounters. We literally just started walking around and I managed to snag a shiny Farfetch'd. And there are ants on this slide. That feels great on my legs. Owie. This is my first one I've ever caught. I traded waited for my first ever shiny Farfetch'd. And I've been fortunate enough to be in areas where you can get Farfetch'd. I've spent weeks in Japan, we had a week in Korea. Way back when, after shiny Farfetch'd launched, I was in Taiwan, you know, all these chances to maybe get shiny Farfetch'd and no such luck, and this is my first one that I caught myself, so that was phenomenal. And then to stick with the pink theme, I got a shiny Lechonk using my daily incense right before leaving for the airport, which is again another beautiful new shiny. I didn't get it during the event that it dropped in, and again I think confirming, you know, that there is a shiny boost on the daily incense. So if you haven't been doing a daily incense, definitely recommend doing it. I think that's now the 4th or 5th shiny I've seen. I have lost a shiny off the daily incense, so be sure to catch it quickly if you see one. So lucky, and again, thank you everyone that's just made the Korea trip so amazing. I have still got one more, I've got a bunch of just fun footage I took, but I have got one more video, I guess at least, of the fruits, trying a few new fruits in South Korea, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna chuck a flabebe in the gym, you know, that doesn't really matter what sits in here. Not many spawns at this park though, and I need to catch a few more things to tick off this quest. Actually, we could check these. Let me get off this ant-filled slide. Okay, let's see what's in this Ticket of Treats Part 2 encounters. Pumpkaboo was the first one. And again, just going back to, like, I feel like I wanted to film one more last video in South Korea, but I really wanted to spend the last day just exploring as well and just checking stuff out, hanging with friends. But I highly recommend, if you get the chance, if you're ever out that way, highly recommend it. It's another one of those countries where it's like, I know a bit about it, I know a bit about your history, but I don't know what the vibe is of actually being there, or like being there as a tourist, like what's cool to see, what should I do? And quite literally just walking around from the hotel and just stumbling across, oh, there's one of the historic gates, another Pumpkaboo. You know, here's some cool, you know, in-game things in Pokemon Go. Oh, here's another historic area. Oh, here's a food market. Here's a clothes market. Just like very interesting place to explore. Everyone was super lovely, and again, everyone's super sweet. I would say easily approachable as well. And I know that I only had my limited understanding of the Hangul language. I could order food, and that was about it. And say thank you and hello, and that was still enough to get by, and for me to not be an absolute pest to, you know, people running their daily businesses, thankfully. But highly recommend. I'd love to go back and just see more of Korea as well in general. 1 week was definitely not enough to just, you know, to see enough. So I will be back. I want to check out Jeju, I want to check out Busan, and I want to see just more. Oh, the food. I need to learn, I'm going to learn how to make Buddha jjigae. That was so good. And I need to find if I can find like a local source for like the rice cakes. Those thick noodly rice cakes were fantastic. Tteokbokki? Yeah. Okay, our 15 encounters is going to give us Pumpkaboo, okay. Try and pineapple of these as well, because we do have that timed task to evolve them. Keeping in mind if you are wanting to build a Gorgeist for PvP, the size differences actually do matter for Pumpkaboo. Like XLs and extra smalls don't matter at all for Pokemon like this. Like if I get an extra large Chimecho, that doesn't change its stats. Pumpkaboo is a little bit different in that in the main series games, it does actually have differences, like stat differences for the bigger ones versus the smaller ones. So it's kind of scaling. I'm pretty sure it's either the HP or the defense stat gets scaled for the big one. So I think typically the extra large is what you want to have for PvP if you're gonna make a Gorgeist for Great League, all that sort of jazz. It may not matter too much, but just something to keep in mind in case you're like, oh, I caught this really good Gorgeist, it's got Pumpkaboo, it's got the perfect IVs for PvP, but why doesn't it power up big enough? Like why doesn't it get to the right size, you know, 1500? It may be that you have one that's too small. So double check online, PV Poke, there's a whole bunch of other excellent PvP resources if you are trying that out. Let's see, do we have any different tasks here? No, and friendly reminder as well, if I was sitting here for a bit longer, I could delete this scan task and then respin those 2 stops and maybe I'd get a different task. But I think I'm gonna go try and find somewhere, I'll go and spin all those lads over there and see if there's any other new research for us to check out. Alrighty, I managed to accidentally claim the other tasks, but what we're looking at is catch 15 Pokemon and catch 30 is going to be rewarding you a mixed bag of the different sized Pumpkaboo. Catch 10 grass type Pokemon is going to be Burmy. Any of the variations of Burmy can all be shiny. And then the 5 berries is going to be Smoliv. So very easy tasks. Smoliv being the only one that's not a shiny check, but honestly very achievable. I'm not sure if there's a difference between what Pumpkaboo you're going to see in the catch 15 versus 30, they seem the same. It's like the same mixed bag, but you know, I'll keep my eyes out. I'm gonna walk this little route here. Usually my connection drops off on this corner, sadly, but with my my break wall route being removed from the game still, It's all I've got. It's one of the only ones we've got at the moment. It's a beautiful day. Don't waste the scenic view, you know? Here's a little fun little thing for any of you lovelies that are, you know, want to visit Australia, but like, you know, oh, the ocean's scary. There's so many scary things in there. I also have ocean baths, significantly safer. They're kind of like a little man-made rock pool, I guess. But like you still get the ocean water coming on in, but it's like super shallow. So you're not gonna get like swept out into the sea, or you're not gonna like, you can still stand up. So if you've ever been like, you know, would love to go to an Aussie beach, but don't want to end up on Bondi Rescue, that is an option for you. By some miracle as well, I didn't lose reception. So we're almost done with this little route. Did get a route spawn as well in the form of a bond suite. So fingers crossed we get a Zygarde cell, maybe, please. All right, almost at the end of this route, but it's kind of hard to see honestly with the glare. I don't think we're seeing a Zygarde cell, but there's still a chance. My storage is still full, oh no. Did some cheeky lunchtime trades with Alan, but it's still not enough for me to clear out any space. Good gravy. Chuck you guys away, sorry. Trying to catch every Smoliv that I see. To get the candy so I can power up this bad boy. I also need enough candy to evolve one for the timed research, which again, that kind of gets in the way of my level 50 Smoliv goals, but you know, we'll get that one done first, and then by the end of this harvest festival, we will have the mightiest of Smolivs. Beautiful, there it is. We've got one whole Zygarde cell. Oh, two Zygarde cells sucked into the cube. Okay, I didn't know you could get multi-cells. All right, I'm absolutely fighting for my life out here with the storage situation. I'm still back down to 2 storage. But after the trades and I transferred a bunch from Alan, I still only got like 40 spaces. And I'm keeping all the Smoliv because I want to trade them to get more XLs, because you get an XL when it's a distance trade. It's a whole thing. It's a whole process. So I'm going to try and quickly evolve some of these Pumpkaboo to get the Gourgeist timed research bit done, so that I can transfer them, sorry guys, and have a little bit more space. We can chuck the Go Plus on for the drive back home. If you're having trouble differentiating all the different sizes of Gourgeist as well, if you do type in, you know, Pumpkaboo, type in Gourgeist, whatever you might need, and then sort by number. So for this one, I've got a bunch of old ones, so I didn't want to, you know, necessarily evolve previous ones. So I typed in Pumpkaboo or Pump and age 0, and then sorted by number. So I can see everything I caught today, which is age 0, 24 hours. And if you sort by number, it will actually sort them by extra small, small, large, extra large, that sort of thing. So if you can't visually see, even though they do appear smaller and larger in the main overview screen, it's kind of subtle sometimes, you know, we don't all have the eyes of the hawk. So if you can't tell, sort by number, and that will categorize them by their size, basically. It doesn't do that for other Pokemon, but other Pokemon where it kind of applies is like unknown. It'll sort them alphabetically if you sort by number. I'm just gonna sort by number because I'll even have old stuff in here, but you can see they've got the teeny tiny ones at the top, and then some of the medium-ish ones, and then all the way to the big lads at the bottom. Hopefully that makes it a bit easier for you. And one last thing I need to evolve as well, I do actually need to evolve my Florigato so I can tick off the Paldea special research. I've been sitting on this one for a little while. My game has been running super laggy today. I don't know if that's an everyone thing or just a me thing. I know that Nick mentioned while we were in Korea that his game had begun running super slow when he had too many things in his research. I know Nick has infinitely more unclaimed special research than me, but maybe that's an issue, so let's tick a few things off there as well. Meowscarada, beautiful. So let's claim this Paldean adventure as well to tick that off. And I can't for the life of me see anything. So I think to save my storage, we'll claim the last little Pumpkaboo from the Trick of Treats ticket when we get home, and any of the last little field encounters, which, I mean, we're gonna have to evolve Smoliv today to get that ticked off and done. So, okay, what's the last? Oh my Gouda. Explore 80 kilometers, catch 100 different species of Pokemon, complete 150 field research tasks, power Pokemon 50 times, catch a Pokemon on 14 different days. Holy moly. Massive tasks. You know me, I love a good list. As I've said before, after hitting level 50, there's not a lot of like little checklists, like really long tasks to work towards. So I do love a good bit of special research that's involved and long and isn't like a 30 days in a row cop out. So I like this. Okie dokie, back home now. The office still looks absolutely feral, but hey, before I left, I did manage to get the Togepi shrine pretty much set up. So 1 cube done, plenty more to do. All right, let's check these last few for the Trick of Treats. Another pumpkin, it is huge. I did also notice I only did 3 of the catch 30 tasks because It's not my, you know, if I can get the pumpkin, another huge one. If I get the pumpkin from, you know, catching 15, that's a bit easier than catching 30. But I did notice for the 2 that I completed for the catch 30, they were both huge. They were both extra large pumpkins. So keep that in mind, double check yourself in case you are trying to find the larger ones. It's possible that they're more common in the catch 30. That could just be entirely, I only did 2, so that could just be pure chance. But worth checking out for yourselves. 4 checks left, another huge one, okay. I did also get super lucky. One of the ones from this research was a hundo before as well, so sneaky bonus hundo today. No? Lossy Moor Module, yep, Mossy Lure Module as our reward, and another huge pumpkin. Keep in mind as well, Pumpkaboo Shiny without the hat is actually pretty rare because it dropped as a new shiny last year, featured with the costume. I don't know where I got my, I don't know when I picked up my one shiny without the costume, but if it doesn't come back with the costume again this year, you know, maybe there'll be more of them just popping around in the wild, but shiny without the costume I'd say is probably harder to get, or has been harder to get at the moment, just because we haven't really seen it in abundance without the hat. My storage is full again, good gravy. All right, quick 4-star check. There's that Pumpkaboo, there's my Smoliv. I'm gonna name this guy, beautiful, Smoliver. I might as well claim the Trick of Treats Part 1 as well because that's Dunsky. I've not done enough ranges. We got 4, oh, but look, we got 40 days left, approximately 40 raids left to do. Sure, we'll get that done in time. We can claim another Mossy Lure module here for getting the evolutions done. Keep in mind the Mossy Lures are going to be lasting for 2 hours, which is, you know, nice little bonus. And we can get another Mossy Lure here for doing the evolutions for Smoliv, which I probably won't do. I might try and do some trades with Alan, try and get a lucky one, and I might as well, you know, evolve a lucky one. Don't forget as well, your Smoliv can be featured in showcases for this event. So 5 days left for our little harvest grind here. Let's see, I don't think the Go Plus did any shiny magic, no, but there's those 2, the Farfetch'd and the Lechonk. Could not be happier with those 2. Thank you again. Korea, you absolute champion. Look at the IVs on that as well. Look at the IVs on that, just wild catch. I was literally waiting to catch up with Yaya and Izo, and I was like, oh, there's a Farfetch'd nearby, walk down the block. Oh, wasn't it? Oh, there's another one, walk down the block. Oh, whatever. You know, we meet up, and then as we're walking away, I'm like, oh, there's a Farfetch'd, right? We almost walked out of range of this one as well, and I was like, oh, Farfetch'd, guys. Oh my gosh. Shiny. If you haven't had a chance to check out my recent videos in South Korea as well, I highly recommend you do. It's a lot of fun. The City Safari was really cool. I think I want to do, I don't know, let me know if you guys want to have like a video retrospective on the City Safari, because I think there's a lot of things that pop up while you're playing and afterwards where it's like, this could be improved, but this thing like about it was really good. Let me know if you guys want to hear like that sort of video as well, or if you're just like, no, I just want to see the event and see what happens, or if you'd like a bit of a breakdown of like, what was good, what was bad, that sort of thing. Don't forget as well, this weekend is Timber Community Day, so keep your peepers out for that. It'll be Sunday, 2 to 5 p.m, your local time. The weather back here in Australia is absolutely divine, so I think, assuming the weather stays this way, we might have to do a Foreshore Park comm day. So Newcastle squad, I'll see you guys out there. Weather permitting, I'll put together like a little event on Campfire. I'll chuck it in the Discord, I'll chuck it everywhere. So I'll see you guys there. Let me know in the comments down below, what are you looking forward to in this event as well? Again, it seems like another event where we're getting a lot of one flavor of spawns, but the majority desirable shiny availability, and only one, I guess, new Pokemon, which is Smoliv. So at the moment out in the wild, it doesn't look as intense as the Paldea event where it was just Lechonk, Quaxley, Sprigatito, Fuecoco for 2 weeks straight and barely anything else sprinkled in there. But I do think sometimes the event spawns really overwhelm everything, and the in-between stuff is sometimes just a bit more fun, you know? Let me know, are you chasing the pumpkin, whatever it might be? Leave a comment down below. As always, lovelies, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to everyone who did leave a like as well. And if you'd like additional ways to support the channel, links for Patreon and the merch, one beautiful shirt like this, links are in the description down below. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.